Oh boy,
Watch them
this is a
Atlanta fans.
this is a tragedy.
Yeah, let me ask y'all real quick.
Ooh, what a tragedy.
What y'all think about what the boy Jay said? Do y'all agree with him?
Jay's who?
I think
Jay-Z, the rapper.
Yeah.
What did he say? I didn't
He
hear
said
that.
can't nobody stand a chance with him in the verses.
he said stop asking him. He said stop asking me about verses. He said because nobody can stick him.
I agree with that. I don't really mess with Jig like that, but I mean, because the verses you go off of all your albums and your songs and all that stuff, right?
I'm gonna tell y'all a sleeper who would give Jay-Z probably the best go.
Kanye?
Y'all gotta think about it for a minute. The original GOAT, my man LL. L got a string of they say the same amount of albums.
But were they are they the same like generation? Like I see like they match up like LL is late 80s into the 90s.
LL got a string of hits, man.
I know he
LL
got a string of hits, but do a mesh. Like they got a mesh. It's like putting Beyonce and the Supremes. They both got a string of hits.
Well, he's cross generational.
Yeah, but versus they got a match.
Jay-Z distance.
Because I do agree that LL can give anybody a run for their money.
L got hits.
I don't know if they match up generationally though.
I think Kanye. I do agree with Tim. Maybe Kanye.
I'm thinking Kanye.
Classics, hits. I mean, Jay been around for a long time and dropping album after album. I mean,
he got 13 albums.
Yeah, that's a lot.
You think Busta could give him a Busta?
No.
Yo, stop sleeping on L. L got 13 albums. Stop sleeping on L.
I mean, I'm not sleeping on L. I think L. I mean, that's not a bad boy to throw out there.
I like LL in the battle.
I'm telling you, don't sleep on L. Listen, L go all the way from I'm bad. He got a string of hits.
Phenomenon. I mean, he the one who came up with the title "The GOAT." I mean, yeah. He remember his album was named "The GOAT." A lot of people don't know that though. Maybe they could get holographic Tupac, and he could probably go, toe to toe with him.
They should do holograms. Tupac versus Biggie.
All right, what's up with this Sixers game?
We got to talk about something else just to keep us from crying. All right, Atlanta fans, we know y'all creeping around now somewhere on this board.
Mm-hmm.
Which one of y'all want to kick this thing off?
I mean, welcome to Philly Uncensored Sports Podcast, the most exciting, the most realest Philly sports talk you're going to get, bar none. Remember the running back used to play for the 49ers? I forget his name. He used to call him bar none. He said he's the best running back in the league, bar none. I forget his name. But you can catch us on if you don't catch the live, you can catch us on our platforms, YouTube, Spotify, Facebook, Instagram, iTunes. I think I covered them all.
I'm surprised. Hold on, I gotta say, I'm surprised with Mark Greenwood being old school like myself. I'm surprised he gives LL no shot. That's surprising. That's surprising to me. Okay, carry on.
Yeah, Marcus probably an MC Light fan or something like that. He probably
kick this one here for me in my ditch.
This game was disheartening, man. Atlanta had too many people out of this game for us to lose this game in this fashion. They had too many people out of this game for this game to be even that close, for real. I mean, I know a team might start off, hit a couple shots and maybe get up a little bit, but by halftime, third quarter, this game should have been over. We had pretty much everybody in except who would be missing? Minivan, and I think that's about it, wasn't it? We wasn't really missing nobody, for real.
Danny Green.
Oh yeah, and Danny. You missing Minivan and Danny.
And somebody else.
That's it.
Andre Drummond.
Listen, is it?
Oh yeah, I mean, well,
y'all know this is going to be this thing going to be a whole season, like with the Sixers.
I agree.
My connection, I got froze. I might gotta get on and off again. It's not a good pitcher.
I don't understand. I'll jump in. I don't understand because my problem is every time a team go into zone, we fold. We fold like a deck of cards. Like we just can't do nothing the moment we go to zone. But if I really want to get down to it, I'm gonna blame this on coaching because first of all, there's no reason why Tyrese Maxey didn't start this game. When you go back and look at the plus minus for the game, you see every last one of the starters was a negative and a plus minus rating. But when you get to the bench, pretty much everybody was a plus. I mean, he's healthy. So why wouldn't you start Tyrese Maxey in this game? You played them the same amount of minutes you would normally play them. This was ridiculous how Doc Rivers did not start Tyrese Maxey. Instead, he's going to have a backcourt of Korkmaz? Who was in the back? Who was Korkmaz and Curry? That don't even make that make sense. It don't. It don't. Like you said, seeing that he got 33 minutes and he played him a lot down. It was like he was trying to make up for back time because I think Maxey played pretty much the whole fourth quarter. He was trying to, get him in there to give us a spark because Maxey was not the only dude, but he was the best player on the floor tonight. I say that. Yeah. B was off. He was jacking and missing. I'm more disappointed for real, that this game was this close over B missing a wide open game tying shot because that shot was wide open. You got to knock that down. You got to knock it down. But I'm more mad that it even came to that. It shouldn't even came to that. There's no way in the world they missing Trey. They missing Hunter, Hooter, however you say his name. They missing integral key starters on a squad, and they still had this game close and then won it. That's a disgrace. Somebody said from the very jump, they said this game was embarrassing, and they right.
It was. Remember we had that discussion on where we Collins and Toby?
What I say? I said Collins every time. You keep freezing up.
But yeah,
all right, hold on. Let me get my.
He was giving Tobias the bid. Tobias played like whack juice. Tobias. I'm trying to let Tobias breathe with this whole COVID thing because we did give Seth the benefit of the doubt last year.
Tobias is who he is. He ain't gonna change.
Yeah,
he ain't gonna change. It's like a crackhead, be like, "Yo, I'm going to rehab." You still he's
still a crackhead. Once a crackhead, always a crackhead. Huh? It ain't no hope.
I'm joking. But seriously, think about Tobias Harris. I mean, he was playing against players that weren't even in the league 2 days ago, not 2 weeks or 2 years or 2 days ago. They weren't in the league. Yeah. Then you saw he had a little moment in the second quarter where he scored like 8 points in a row because he was playing against boys that don't play. But it's true. Like when he got on John Collins, he gave him the business. He couldn't match up with him. And it's like, that's why I kept saying, then we have a bad rebounding problem. I mean, we got to face it. We miss Ben Simmons on them boards, helping out as the point guard. There's no reason why we're the last, not 20th or mid-level. We're the last in the league in rebounding.
We are. Listen, I got and I don't know who board and gets paid. I don't know what that means, but the comment, a dominant player like Joe should not let a game like that happen. I agree. This is where your superstars are supposed to be superstars. Take this game over and get rid of these dudes. Get these dudes out of here. They had no superstar on their team. Trey didn't play. Joel's supposed to be the best player on the floor. Get this team out of here. And that didn't happen tonight. Disappointing.
Another thing that Doc, you was about to say something from?
No, I mean, I do agree with you. I mean, Ben does help with the rebounds. I mean, I don't want to go down this path again, but I mean, obviously, if he got his mind right and he was the player we all wanted to be, he would help. But you didn't see. This is why, though. Like I said, being the situation is what it is. At this point, we got to make a move to make this team better. The way this team look right now, we playoffs. But where we at? Where we rank right now?
We were on the AC last time I looked.
So we fighting for the play-in tournament. That's where we at.
Is that happening again? Is that a thing from now on?
It's a thing now. It's a thing now until they say otherwise.
So Doc is looking bad too. Let's not pass up on Doc.
For not starting Tyrese, you got to say that. And then I mentioned this the last podcast that we did that y'all didn't show up. When
don't need to do that.
No, but the last podcast, what I mentioned was they played Embiid significant more minutes. He played 40 minutes last game, and he brought him in early in the fourth quarter and not at the midway point or the like. He bring them in 6 minutes. You got to bring him in early, especially when we trail that. No, I'm telling you, got to play him more minutes.
Remember we had this discussion the game before that, and I was saying that before, why they take so long, and you was like, that's B's regular minutes, and you went looked up how many minutes B played a game. Remember that?
That was Wayne.
That wasn't you?
No, that was Wayne.
That sounds like Tim. That sounds like Tim.
But
you was like, that's his regular
when we won that game against Boston.
But B was off. It don't matter.
But I'm just saying, maybe he would have got on a little better. And y'all know how I feel about B. I like him, but I think he's a selfish player to me. I think he's real selfish, and he wants to shine. He wants the glory, and to me, it's all about the win. Whoever got the best shot. He had an open shot, but I just
wide open. You got to knock that down.
What's up with the talent? Maxey was good, but man, we really got to get better all around. Bench, like athletic players. I don't like the direction this team is trending toward, man. It feels like it's trending toward another rebuild soon, and I don't like that.
I agree with that. I agree because Toby's done. Somebody said in the comment section, I agree. They said, when is Toby going to drop 30 and pick the team up? I agree.
No,
this was one of those games where B or Toby should have dominated. They got whatchamacall on their squad, the bull who blew in LeBron air. He ain't playing like 2 years.
Lance Stevenson.
They got dudes who literally haven't been in the league in 2 years because all this COVID stuff going on and injuries and all this. They dragging people off the street. I probably could suit up sometime soon for somebody within the next 6 months or the next 3 months with all this COVID stuff happening. And we still lose the game.
Realize they coming off a back-to-back. They literally played last night.
Yes, they did. Yes.
Oh,
yes. We've been off for the last 3 days. That's what I say.
I didn't even know that.
B should have balled out. He should have played more minutes. And I gotta talk about the ball. I had so
B can't see. That's the problem, and this is what I keep saying. This is the problem with having a player like Joel Embiid. Tim just said he can't. B need to play more minutes. He can't. Remember when Kevin Durant played 48 minutes that game?
Yeah.
If B did that, he'd be on IV and he'd be in the hospital for a week. He can't do it.
It hurts something. That is
so
true.
when we need B to play more, he can't. I don't even think his minutes. I gotta look. I don't even think his minutes go up in the playoffs.
No,
he had 35.
The other day he played. The other day he did play a bunch of minutes.
B field goal percentage. You know, I was looking at earlier today. I was actually having a conversation with Bai about the best big men in the league, and right now, statistically speaking, the best big man is Joker, and after the Joker, you know who it is?
Probably DeAndre Jordan. I mean, not
Cat.
Jordan. Bull.
Cat.
I ain't mean Jordan. I meant Eaton.
Is the ball?
He having a good year.
Cat is actually
having a good year.
Cat is putting up 24.5 points a game, putting about just as much as B, averaging higher field goal percentage, shooting 51 or 52% from the field, and he's shooting 42% from 3. Cat is balling 9 rebounds, 3 assists.
Would you trade him for B?
B right now, I'm about to put that out there. B
you
right
gotta look
now,
at the team though. He got a better team around him.
B is shooting 45% from field goal as a big man. He shot 35% tonight. That is terrible. And this is the worst part. He actually went 2 for 2 from 3. So all the shots he missed was 2-pointers.
Yeah.
Come on.
Here's the thing. Atlanta is a long team, and that's what gives us trouble. We can't, when we go against tall teams, we have a problem.
They're athletic too.
And the boy Bogdanovich, he gives us the business every time we play him. It's like he feasts on. He likes to shoot long threes.
Him and Horder take turns. They passes around.
Yeah.
What they call people like that?
Yeah, I mean, listen. I've been saying this is the playoffs. They not only do they got height, they got athleticism on their side over us.
Let me ask Busy Miz something, right? He said, "Stop blaming Joe. He needs help." Joe shouldn't have needed help tonight against his team.
Exactly.
I'm sorry.
I agree with that.
You shouldn't need help tonight against it. It is some nights when he can need help, not against this team. You should have crushed him. Matter of fact, it was points in the game I seen Lance Stevenson guarding beat. Like who was they real big man that was guarding him?
Yeah,
that's true.
Why couldn't he be dominant tonight?
The boy Cam Reddish though is a stud. Remember he didn't.
Remember I was talking about trading for him, but none of y'all wanted him.
The boy Cam Reddish. I mean,
Cam Reddish was balling. That move he stepped through Bede and whatchamacallit and laid him up. That move was
that was smooth. That was
nice.
Smooth.
That move was nice. I think he
stepped through like nice moves too,
oh yeah, Maxey. Listen, Maxey was the most consistent player on the team. This is why I definitely get down with Maxey. And if Maxey get that jumper a little bit wetter, he really gonna be a problem because he finished nice at the rim.
Yeah,
he got heart. He not scared. He not Ben Simmons scared to shoot the ball. His free throws are solid. Nice dunk. Athletic. Maxey is nice. We gotta pull the trigger on somebody though, because I honestly think the main problem with this team is we need an official point guard. Maxey's not a point guard. Maxey's a shooting guard trying to play point guard.
I'm not making a trade. Like I don't think we're one player away from being a championship squad. So I'm not going to just trade Ben for anybody. If we can't get nothing good for him, he just gotta sit and we just try to trade him in the offseason.
Where you from, Miz? I agree. My fault. Miz said Cam Reddish from his hood. He said, yeah, I told y'all he was better last year. Where he from? Where Cam Reddish from? Miz, where y'all from? Hey, Mark, I don't be hating. Who would be hating on Maxey? He said y'all be hating on Maxey. You must talk about Tim. Y'all must mean Tim and Wayne.
No, I never hate on Maxey.
At least Wayne got the lot of Wayne always screaming something, hating on somebody. I rock with Maxey. All I say about Maxey is I don't think he's a point guard. I think he's more of a scorer than a facilitator. He's trying to play point. He's doing a good job. But I think if he was left just with the job of scoring, I think Maxey could average 20 points
like a Lou Will. He could be like a Lou Will.
Yep, I agree.
I don't think Daryl Morey's gonna make a move now this year. He held the bag. You know how you hold the bag too long? He held the bag too long. And he did. So when they say you just can't sit on money because it'll start going away, you'll start spending it.
Yep.
And that's what he did. He sat on money. He didn't invest his money.
From Norristown? Okay.
And now he's starting to spend it and is disappearing. The value ain't the same no more. Maxey's
I agree.
That boy Morey.
Oh, he from our hood? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know that neither. We going to end up getting somebody like Westbrook. Why just trade Ben to the Lakers and get like a Russell Westbrook package?
Then I know the league is rigged. I'm like,
yes,
it ain't gonna mean that. I don't know. Westbrook and Ben is the same. You think Ben gonna go to LA and make something happen in LA?
Absolutely.
Oh, please. Listen, it's a 3-horse race in the West. It's Golden State, Phoenix, and Utah. It's pretty much really Golden State and Phoenix, but they ain't going. Lakers are done. Lakers ain't doing nothing.
So you don't think the Clippers gonna come on strong at the end? Are they getting Kawhi back?
That's a possibility. I keep forgetting about that. That's a possibility. I can see that happening. They're gonna give somebody a tough out because they probably finish in like a 6 or 7 seed type John, maybe a play-in.
And give Phoenix. I mean, to give Golden State a run for their money.
Yeah, I can see that happening. I could definitely see that happening.
So Sixers can get, they can finish at like 6th and 7th and give. Never mind.
We don't match up. This crazy thing is, this is the same thing we did. How we played Atlanta today is the same way we played Atlanta last year. We beat them a lot in the regular season, but then when we got into the playoffs, they shot our heads off, and they long and they athletic. We don't match up, so I think the same results will happen with or without Ben Simmons.
I agree.
Fix your last name.
But this is where who got me? Hold on.
You're gonna stop hating on my man like that.
Somebody did that. Tim did that. Tim, why you playing games, man? I'm gonna leave it like that. How about that? How about that?
My bad.
But yeah, this
Tell us
game
start
hurt
hating on Tim like that too.
What did he say about Tim?
Calling him CeeLo Green.
Yeah. No, I don't want to say we done, but we ain't looking good. We not looking good. This is my worst prediction. In the beginning of the year, I said I think we was gonna be around 5th or 6th, and I was looking at it for a minute, like I was wrong. I think we both said that. I agree with you. And for a minute, I was looking wrong because we came out early, 8-2 or something. Now we actually may be worse than what I anticipated, and this ain't looking good, man. I know COVID came through and hurt us a little bit and set us some games back, but this is why I'm irritated because all right, we lost some games to COVID because we missed B and all that, and Tobias and Cork and all them. But these are the games you should win. Now we back pretty much. All right, you always gonna have a player or two missing. So we had Denny Green, Drummond, and Cork. And Minivan missing. That's only one starter. So you missing 2 bench players and a starter, and you can't beat a team missing 9 players. Come on now, come on. This is the games you should win. This game irritates me very, very badly.
It do. I mean, what they did, like John Collins is very good. Now, can we end it now? And I wish Wayne was here because he was so in
Wayne
love
don't want to be here. He high, and Wayne Wayne don't want to be here. He knew he's gonna get this work.
Yeah, he's gonna get that work. You gonna get that work.
over Tobias Harris.
Wayne, you still gonna get that work. Next time you come back on here, Wayne gonna get that work.
Wayne traveling right now, but we don't care. When you on the playback, he the one insisted that Tobias Harris is better than John Collins.
He loved Tobias.
I kept telling him he's taller, he's a better rebounder, he will work better alongside with Embiid.
All right, I don't even know sexy scenarios. They said something earlier, right? Weird from the title, but they actually said some good things. The name. They said we 2-1 against Atlanta this year. We shouldn't be upset about that. It's not the record that we're 2-1. It's how we lost.
Yes.
And that they didn't have a full team that we lost to. Listen, you can look.
And
we
need this game back.
Yes, we need the game. You can look back at stuff and be like, yeah, well, we up in the series. We wasn't going to sweep them. To lose this way with not having Trey and all these other bulls, and we have basically all our starters, especially our big 3. We should have won this game. Big 2.5 with a big 1.5, whatever we got. We should have won this game. I'm sorry.
I agree.
Right now we sitting at 16-16 in the HC. Woo! This ain't good. The Cavs. Who would have thought the Cavs would be 19-13 and ahead of us?
And who would have thought? They got a whole bunch of players out with COVID as well.
I would have said the Knicks would have been ahead of us. They in the 12th spot. I would have thought the Nets. I mean the Hawks. They in the 10th spot.
Let me delete. I'm gonna delete that comment from Mizzy Miz.
I can't believe it. Which McCall said. Mark said he think our problem is we too inconsistent. That's what Mark said. He said we're not consistent. The only consistent boy is Maxey, and I agree with him. Outside of Maxey, like a 3-4 game where you kind of
you and your brother.
On the show, out. I
was talking about the Jalen Hurts Pro Bowl comment he made.
No, I see. I was going at the end. I was going to talk about a little bit Jalen Hurts getting Pro Bowl of alternate position.
Did he?
He's an alternate right now for the Pro Bowl, voted on by the players, the press, and the fans.
Nice.
Is that right?
Yeah.
But hold on. He said Doc Rivers spoke.
You excited? Oh, you hype.
Bold.
The NBA draft, Mr. Wing, real quick. I'll address that. The NBA draft doesn't have talent because players are coming out too early.
That's the problem, yeah.
And nobody's coaching it. I'm prime example. I like this. I like basketball. I love basketball, but the players a lot of them aren't basketball smart. And I'm gonna take an example. I ain't saying the Bulls dumb, but Anthony Edwards, right? Dude, when we played Minnesota, The game is tied with 8 seconds left. He shoots a step back three. What are they teaching these dudes? Why in the world? No, everybody's not Steph. Why in the world in a tie game and you need one bucket? You shoot a step back three. This is what the league turned into.
Yeah,
this is what the league turned. Dudes, you need 1 point and everybody's shooting step back threes and things like that. Go to the hole, get a closer shot. Try to get an and one. A step back. It's crazy that these dudes are shooting these type shots. They not being taught right. But like the bull, Mark, what was they coach Ephraim? You know what I'm talking about. Mark Steph Curry. Mark Jackson said Steph Curry ruined basketball, and he did.
Yeah, but when you got
and that's
Tobias
why
Harris,
because everybody think they can make the shots he can, and they can't.
But
that's facts.
When Tobias do go to the hole, he get rejected. He go up, and then he just get pushed right back down. Like he has no ups, no hops, or anything. So he can't go to the hole. It's like
scenarios.com. I do agree with you that any team could beat any team on any given night. The chances of a team who's missing 9 players, you hold, 13 on your roster, 12, 13 on your roster. So the chance of a team beating a team that's missing 9 players, the other team has pretty much their whole roster intact is so slim. The odds on that game must have been ridiculous if you was a Vegas dude and you bet it. Because ain't no way in the world that somebody would have realistically thought this team should have won this game tonight.
And back-to-back.
Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. I understand NBA, anybody. You guys, Orlando could beat the Suns or Golden State tomorrow on kind of a fluke. Golden State might come in off a back-to-back. Somebody hurt or missing, and they come in and win. Yeah, that stuff happens. The way this game happened, there's no excuse for this type of loss. None. All it is somebody to blame at this point. It's finger point in time.
It starts with the coach because, again, not starting Maxey, starting a backcourt of slow Steph Curry who can't get a shot off without a screen or some help from Embiid. And then you got Korkmaz. You think that's a suitable backcourt? And Korkmaz been stinking it up for the last 2 weeks. I mean, you really want to talk about somebody been stinking? Let's talk a little bit about Korkmaz and Isaiah Joe. Because I had a lot of faith in the young boy Isaiah Joe. I thought he was going to come in. I think he gave us 1 point today. 1 point.
Okay.
This is a game.
That's your man. That was your man.
Yeah, that's your man.
He was. I mean, but I don't follow him no more.
So you just dropped the ball just like that, huh? Yep. That was your man. You was piping. You was hyping him up.
I was happy for him. I was wrong.
Okay.
I mean, he literally gave because he had some wide open looks. He had a few wide open 3-pointers, and it's like all you gotta do is it's like he lacks confidence in his shot. We got a bunch of passive aggressive dudes on our team,
and we got too many dudes who should be in the Euro League. We got too many Matisse Thybulle balls. We got too many Korkmaz. Look what our team is consisted of. We got dudes who barely out of the G League with we be missing whatchamacallit tonight too, I think. Yeah, Shake ain't played, did he? We missing Shake Milton tonight. We got too many dudes who on the cusp of almost being out the league. It feels like that to me. Isaiah Joe, Paul Reed, Passy, like these dudes is getting integral minutes. Korkmaz is on the bubble consistently. So I mean, what really do we expect from that?
The athleticism is bad on this team. I don't think we got one person on our team that could dunk on somebody. Maybe Joel Embiid.
That's probably about it. Maybe Max, if you run and start. Max, if you get him run and start, might be able to go.
He got to run from the parking lot to do that.
And Thybulle got athleticism.
Thybulle, you know what he is. He is.
But Thybulle don't got no game. This is the problem with a dude like Thybulle. He got all the game. Wayne sent this posted article that he's number 3 ranked defensive player in the league. And I'm like, yeah, but he's the last offensive ranked player in the league. This boy don't got no offensive game. I thought he worked out with, you know what? That's the problem. He worked out with Tobias in the offseason.
Exactly.
Here we go. That's it. That's it. We just figured out. I mean, we just got to the bottom of this.
I really want y'all to really examine our starting 5 right now. Examine the talent. Who's the talent? Who is the true talent?
If Danny Green is on your starting 5, you're not contending for a championship.
Exactly.
Right now, Danny Green is in how many years? He been 16 years, 15, 16 years in the league. You ain't contending with a title with Danny Green as your starting two guard or a small forward.
All we got really
or
is
Seth as your starting two.
Yeah.
I'm starting. This team's starting to irritate me. I'm starting to like the team. I hate to see us falling apart like this. All we really got is Joel and Maxey on our team. Everybody else is expendable. I can move anybody on this team except Joel and Maxey.
What I would try an experiment on is playing Embiid with one of them big because we getting out rebounded by 15.
Oh, you want Embiid to shoot more threes?
No, but we need he needs help down low. Tobias is not it. I don't know if you're going to play Paul at the power forward position or play Drummond or
where you going to play Toby at?
Or Charles Bassey moving the small forward. We're not rebounding the ball, and the two guards are not good rebounders. They're too small. They're both undersized, which I said earlier when we first started. It looks nice. I said that's what I said. If you get rid of Ben, you can't just put anybody in there. I mean, 16 points. Just because both of them scored 16 points, they're not the same.
You mean Maxey's 17 versus Ben 16?
Yeah, those two 16 points, even though they both give you 16, the value is not the same.
The value I'll take Maxey's offensive value, but Ben, I do agree, Ben, with the rebounds and with some additional defense. I mean, it can sway things a little bit, but even with Ben here, I don't know. I just don't.
You could just look at it last year with Ben here. We was the number one seed. We were a very good rebounding team. We were tall.
But last year, you got to remember the team that's ahead of us this year legitimately got better as well. Cleveland got better. The Bulls got better. Miami got better. The Nets, I mean, they was pretty good. I mean, they playing the best right now. But I mean, they was always up there anyway.
No, our problem last year wasn't rebounding. Our problem this year is rebounding. There's only one common denominator: is we're missing a 6'10" guard. I know you don't want to admit that, but that's just what it is.
I understand we will win a few more games maybe with Ben, but he's not the end. He has to be moved.
I think with a better Ben and a way better Maxey,
Ben's not getting better.
I mean, that's your opinion. I thought if he was just him being consistent what he was last year before you had the meltdown, it was better than what we're missing.
The meltdown is inevitable. So I mean, even if we did with Ben let's say we was a 4th seed, right? Which honestly I think would probably what we'll be at. Let's say we were 4th or 5th seed and we got into the playoffs. I mean, then what? It's the same story over and over again. This is all I've been saying. I don't think his offensive game is going to get any better to make us a championship team. If you want to build a championship team, you should have packaged Ben and started building. I mean, a lot of this got screwed up for with Brett. This was kind of irritating. I hate to go all the way back here, but we already should have had players on the team like Mikal Bridges and all that kind of stuff like that.
Yep.
Like the process kind of got screwed up by Brett when they had the short stint at GM, and he just went berserk with all kind of bad personnel moves.
Yep.
And destroyed us. And I honestly think he set the franchise back at least 3 years, maybe more. We'll see where that goes. But now we're dealt the hand that we dealt. Ben is a flake. We got to move on. We got to get the best possible package for him. Get the bull in here that could really help us, and let's go.
I agree.
Stop playing with me.
What I'm saying is, if we can't get it this year, we're not.
He's not coming back. We need to make a trade for Ben and get something.
But I'm just saying that we can't get anything by the trade deadline in February or March, whatever it is this year. We can't just settle for anything.
I think Maury misplayed his hand, man.
I think he did too.
Yeah.
I think he did too. We're going to see where it play out, but I think he did too. Because if we sit on Ben for a whole year and don't do nothing, we just wasted a year flat out. We just flat out wasted a year for nothing.
Of Embiid. And he kept saying we can't waste years of Embiid. I'm telling y'all, Embiid probably got a year and a half, 2 years now, max.
Embiid wasted Embiid, though. Come on, man. He's sit there. He needs to do more. I mean, you saw him do 2 push-ups. That was probably the biggest workout he ever had his entire career. I'm so sick and tired of people making excuses for Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid, this is a game where single-handedly he should have had like 50.
He should have had. Yeah, he should have had at least 40, like he did the other night.
I agree with that.
He should have had like 40. I can't agree. Danny too old. I agree with who said that. Mark, I agree. Danny too old. That's another dude. I'm trying to figure out. You had players available like the dude who played with Golden State last time, Kelly Oubre. You had players like Kelly Oubre on the market that he signed for very similar money that they signed Denny Green for. Younger, more athletic players. Exactly. He's 6'7". Kelly Oubre 6'7", Danny Green 6'4", and he was available. Yet we end up with Danny Green. This is what I'm saying. How are you know what? Y'all gonna get my blood pressure up because this is stuff that we as basketball fans see, and for some reason our brass isn't making these decisions to get these players in here when we were starving for youth and especially athletic. Exactly. We were starving for youthful athleticism. We were starving for that, and he was one of the players among others that they could have brought in here, and we missed out on the deal.
We said let's give Danny Green 2 years, 10 million for 2 years.
At 39, he's gonna be 40. How old is? I don't even know how old he is.
46 years old. He just turned 46.
Danny Green is definitely stealing money to me. Stealing money.
Yes, he is.
Boatload of money.
I'm done. That's what I said. Danny Green, he was great. He was a good player back in the day, but last 3 years, he's just been average.
All right, let me say this while we on.
Agree.
I have to. The ball starting to win me over a little bit, man. The ball on different. The boy Jalen Hurts, man. I gotta admit, man, I like what I seen. Just to switch it up a little bit. I like what I've been seeing from Hurts Sunday.
Hold on, before you go there, Mark says, where do you think we go from here? Sixers.
Kimber dropped 44 tonight? Wow.
Yeah, he had 28 at the half.
We're going to the lottery, Mark. That's what we should do. You should go to the lottery and try to get some talent on his team.
You think we should start over and go?
At least with Joe, you got Joe here. Maybe you get a good person to put with Joe.
I mean, I don't want to do that. I honestly think. I mean, I've been calling out trades all year, so I'm tired of saying the same names that I thought we should have been pulled the trigger on, that Morey should have been pulled the trigger on. But he getting, like Ethan said, he overplaying his hand. He getting greedy. I think it sounds like it was some legitimate trades to be made that we should have made that would have drastically improved this team from the rip.
I
think they should. I think Sixers should shut Embiid down, save Embiid, shut him down, and go to the lottery.
No, who's coming out?
I don't know, but all that's going to happen is Embiid's going to play a useless year. We're going to play in a play-in game. Another game on Embiid, on his body, on his knees. He's probably going to get hurt again this year sometime. Hopefully he don't hurt nothing and miss half of next year. So I don't know what to do.
If we trade for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander,
I like that boy. He can play.
Get him in here.
Morey, your boy Morey. I was
looking at the stats the other day. He had like a triple-double.
Your boy Morey, Wayne Bull Morey, is goofy. I called this a minute ago, and I'm calling it now. And right now, I'm officially putting a stamp on it. Morey goofy. He messed this whole thing up. I've been saying it. He held on the bench too long. He continues to hold on the bench too long. And we finish. I don't see no light at the end of no tunnel. Nothing. The only light I see at the end of a tunnel is a train coming down it, headed toward us. That's the only light that's coming is a train barreling full steam to completely destroy our franchise. It ain't looking good. It ain't. But just think about this. If we go from the 1 seed to out the playoffs the next year, that's a travesty. That's a travesty of epic proportions.
But COVID is real. So we know that we were affected.
Everybody was. But who hasn't missed COVID
early on, we was rolling the way, even though in the beginning it was the beginning of the season. But
so was Washington. It was food stamps. Washington was like the second team behind us.
Well, we was rolling.
No, Washington was ahead. Yeah, Washington was ahead of us, I think.
Yeah, it was rolling, and now it was food stamps. It was that early season hype. That's all it was.
It was. But what I will say is, if we get rid of Tobias,
the league show you what you are.
if we get rid of Tobias after this year, because I think at the offseason, Tobias got to go.
I agree.
We got to upgrade the power forward position. That's key. And then the small forward position.
Where is Wayne at? I want Wayne to get all this.
Bulls still in second. Bucks, Cavs, Heat, Wizards, Celtics, and Sixers.
And I think Atlanta could beat us. I think the Heat will beat us. I think Milwaukee is going to beat us.
What about the Nets? We beat the Nets.
Beat us.
That's where we at right now.
We beat the Bulls twice this year, remember?
I think we match up well against the Bulls. We did anywhere early on.
The Bulls take these teams take a lot of
this
bad shots.
This game, I don't know if this game was facts or cap, but it took a lot of wind down. It irked me. It irked my spirit. Because once I was like vaguely paying attention to this game because I thought that's how much I thought it was in the bag until it wasn't in the bag. And then I kind of dialed in. I said, I can't believe we really about to lose to these Bulls. I can't believe it. It was no.
This was a coaching game, though. To me, I saw a lot of bad coaching.
I agree with that too. I could agree with that.
A lot of bad. It was funny. I saw a little meme the other day. They said Doc was talking to Ben and was like, "We shorthanded." Like, he said, "Oh, for real? Like, good luck, coach." Like he didn't. Okay, I was like, "Y'all,
yeah. That's what he doing though." Like, bro, we 30 games. How many games we at? 30 games in now.
Yeah,
and you still acting like that.
He'll be back in January.
He made light-skinned Bulls look terrible, man. I hate he breathes life to that phrase that you acting real light-skinned right now.
Yeah,
he actually is the epitome of that phrase.
Yeah,
and that's not good look.
No, it's not.
It's not.
There we go. But Ethan, I'm sorry. What were you saying about Jalen? You was.
That's why we got LeBron.
I like Jalen, man. He won me over a little bit. What you say?
I said that's why we got LeBron and KD. We got real thorough black boys. Y'all bring down the
No. Steph Curry has elevated us. Steph Curry and Devin Booker has kept us up here. Ben Simmons is trying to pull us down. He is trying. He's trying with all his might.
Yeah.
But Steph and Booker is keeping us right up here. No, I'm cool with that. And Clay, when Clay come back.
I said that, Herbert. We said this game is indictment on Joe all the way. But the ball hurts, man. He won me over a little bit, man. He had a great game. He dealt with the coach screaming at him. Remember they showed the coach screaming at him after that fumble and stuff. You know what I mean? I like how the coach can get on. He can bounce back. He can take that and bounce back and play, man. He's a really mentally strong dude.
I have to agree with that. That pass he threw to whatchamacallit was incredible. I know we didn't get on here and talk Eagles talk after the game. That pass he threw Ward, that was one of the best passes I've seen all year. I'm talking about bar none. I'm gonna go with that again. Period. From any quarterback. That pass was, it could not have been put in no other spot. And the catch from Ward was just as good. That catch was nasty.
But
Ward, that was a bounce back from drops Ward had. Remember the touchdown drop, touchdown drops he had?
Everybody was kind of mad. They said that I think Gaineswell was wide open for a touchdown and he threw it to the ball for an 18-yard catch to, and they was kind of hating on him.
No, he ran. I think one of them he ran.
Sometimes stuff happens so fast, man. That stuff happens so fast in the league.
Jalen played so well that on Tuesday night. He did his thing. I'm glad y'all came in.
Calm down. He did. He played with calm down.
Herb Sanders said after Sirianni screamed off one of them, Herb should have asked for the trade.
I'm telling you, they say his dad, because his dad's the coach and everything. He said, I've been getting screamed at my whole life by a coach. So it's like he told him it's okay for you if you want to.
But I'm glad. Listen, I like seeing that from Sirianni though. Like it's like the way he come off. You gotta be a man. You dudes. They gotta be able to respect you. So I wasn't really seeing how the team felt about him, or was he assertive enough? You know what I mean? But right there, he showed me. Listen, he assertive. This is team, and he got on Jalen, man.
But he can't do it every game.
He got kicked out.
Yeah, that's his clone.
Yeah. His wife probably pulled the plug on. She was tired of hearing it. He was like, snatched the internet cord out.
But he can't. I don't want him screaming on Jalen every game, then, because then I'm like, yo, chill.
No, but he don't. I mean, in all fairness, being week 15.
Yeah.
I mean, and he just the first time he really kind of showed that type of aggression toward him, or that type of energy, if you will. But I mean, I'm more impressed with the way I like Ethan said earlier. I'm more impressed not with Sirianni, but I'm more impressed with Jalen. I love how Jalen bounced back. I know. I said it. I love how Jalen bounced back, man, especially when dealing with this dude. I don't care, Herb. All y'all boys see what the Ben effect. And the Ben effect is, you know what the Ben Simmons effect is? The Ben Simmons effect is you get screamed off by your coach and you don't play. A real G would have been like, yo, you know what? I'm going to show all y'all I'm the best thing that happened to this franchise. I'm going to ball super hard, and then I'm going to leave on my own terms when I want to leave. Not sit there and cower and girl and hide up in your mansion and not want to play and come to practice with your phone in your pocket and you doing all the goofiness and going through.
He was in his feelings. Corny. He was in it. We all know.
That's not what that superstar is, bro.
He was in his feelings.
I know weekend warriors. I know weekend warrior bulls who will have more oomph than that. Come on, man. You no, that's unacceptable on any sports level. I can't have that.
But unacceptable. I think he's been doing this. I think he's been working on his free throws on his game. To me, if you're taking this time out to work on your game, so when you come back, you're a little stronger, then it might have been all worth it. May have been all worth it.
Well, you think he's gonna come back stronger?
No, but I can.
Okay. That's all I'm saying. I
don't know. I'm not going to sit there and say he won't. He may.
Okay. I'm saying he won't. I'm putting my stamp on it just like I put the stamp on earlier. I'm putting the stamp on Ben ain't coming back no stronger. He's coming back the same dude, if not worse. Book it. I promise you.
So you think he'll come back worse?
Possibly, yes. Yes.
All right, Mark said we make a run now. What y'all think we're gonna do?
Truth be told, and I was saying this to Reg earlier. You know, Reg I'm talking about Raider Reg. He a Raiders fan about the Eagles because he was saying to me, why do I think that the Eagles? Because I was saying I think they have a good chance of being legit this year, in just a small capacity, not a legit Super Bowl, but a legit playoff team. And he was asking me why, and I said because we have. If you look at our team. We have actually a recipe, at least from an offensive standpoint, to possibly be dangerous if we put it all together.
Yeah.
If we get our running backs together, if Howard, I don't know how severe Howard injury is, but if he come back, let's say in time for the playoffs, we got a top 15 running back and Sanders in the league and a top 5 all-purpose back. You think about somebody who could catch and run, he probably around the top 5-8 running backs in the league. Then you got one of the best young receivers in the league with Smith. Now, that's where we get a little iffy with the rest of the receiving core. I mean, they could step up, but we got one of the top, I say 15 tight ends and Goddard in the league. Our quarterback is athletic, mobile, can make stuff happen, get out the pocket, roll, do all that kind of stuff, get the defense guessing, blah, blah, blah. Offensive line is solid. So we have the makings to possibly give somebody a scare. I honestly think that. We'll see what happens in the next couple of weeks, but we should be cool. And our defensive side, we need some help at linebackers, though. But our corners is tight. Our defensive line is solid. I think we need a little bit more pass rush. But
for me, I believe that we just a big wide receiver away from being legit. I think we're missing that Alshon Jeffrey type wide receiver, a possession wide receiver. I think if we had him on our team, because all of our wide receivers are the same 6 foot or smaller. We need that 6'3", 6'4", and I was telling you from email that the other day. I said we have that 6'4" wide receiver who can stretch the field a little bit. Not a tight end, but a wide receiver. That takes us to our offense to a whole new level. I think then Jalen will rely on him and the tight end a lot more, and that'll open everything up for Devontae and everything.
I agree with that. That's why those 2 years were so crucial when we blew the Jeffersons and the Megatron. I mean, what's the board name? The fake DK. Megatron.
DK.
We blew the DK joint and the excuse me, and the Jefferson joint. That was huge because not that we would have got both of them, but if we'd have got either one, and then you throw Devontae Smith in there or something like that, Now we on to something. What they say, we cooking with grease or whatever. Now we doing something. But this is why draft picks. This is a classic example. And I've said this before. Why you should draft who you're supposed to draft and stop trying to get all extra with the analytics and you try to outthink cats and all this dumb. Just draft who's there. Even if Devontae Smith don't pan out or didn't pan out, because I think he's playing well. But even if he didn't, nobody's mad at you because you drafted you're supposed to draft. Don't go try to draft Rieger when you know who you should draft is the board on the board is Jeffries. Why are you drafting somebody who's projected to go in the 3rd and 4th round? It's just stupid. It's stupid.
Had we drafted Justin Jefferson, if we had got him last year, we could have got Micah Parsons this year, and then our defense would be crazy right now.
I agree.
All right, we're going to wrap this thing up. We've been on here for a while. We appreciate the support and the love. Before y'all go, though, can y'all hit that like button? And if you're not subscribed, hit the subscription button. But we'll be back on Sunday after the Sixers game and also, of course, after the Eagles play the Giants right here in Philadelphia. But thanks for the support. Thanks for the love. We'll catch y'all on our next podcast.